So you want to learn how to dance as an adult. Hi, my friends. My name is Ivy Ladone, and I am a professional dancer, master group fitness instructor, and intuitive coach. So today I'm going to gift you 4 tips as to how you can start learning how to dance. My first tip for you guys is to work on radical self-acceptance. The reason why this is tip number 1 is because you're probably already being faced with that fear or courage spectrum. Do I need to do this? Should I do this? Am I too old? I don't even know how to do this. I'm gonna make a fool out of myself. Stop. Stop. I'm letting you know right now, like, you can do this, and what's happening is a re-alchemization internally. So you need to work the internal for a second, a little bit, and how you're gonna do that is by doing it in the physical. So although there's an internal switch or an internal alchemization that's happening, it's the physical that's going to help you with that. So my first tip is work on radical self-acceptance through taking classes like group fitness. Okay, now we're going to go on a spectrum here, and this is the first tip. So number 1 tip is to practice that radical self-acceptance through taking classes within a group setting. So that can look like taking a Pilates class, that can look like taking a CrossFit circuit kind of thing, that can look like taking a Barry's boot camp, that can look like going to Orange Theory, that can look like going into your gym and taking one of the programs or taking one of the classes, the group fitness classes that they're offering at your gym. Okay, now why is this important? So like I said, we're on a spectrum. This is probably at the beginner spectrum, which is like, do you, like, I'm not telling you, directly what to do. I'm just offering you a group setting for you to work your way into that group nature, in a class setting type of thing when it comes to movement. So that's number 1. Okay, what class are you going to take? Number 1. Number 2, now taking it a step further than that one is, I would recommend for you to take a dance cardio class. What? A dance cardio class. So you want to learn how to dance, you want to go into these dance studios, and that's probably what you were expecting me to say, like, go take a dance class. It's that simple. Probably not, and that's why we're breaking this down. You can either take a group fitness class in a group setting, again, strength training, Pilates, boxing, you name it. Step 2 to that would be like, turn it up a notch and let's take a dance cardio class. What do the dance cardio classes look like? You have many options. You can take 305 Fitness, check that out. That's actually one of the classes that I'm certified in, and I do offer it in person and online. And of course, we can talk about that, and you can take my classes if you're interested, and there's more information down below. But it's essentially 305 Fitness. Another class is Zumba, dance cardio, Zumba. You can take Zumba anywhere these days. Also, you can look into Boss Chick Workout. You can also look into Turn Up Dance Fitness. You can also look into Vixen Workout. I mean, there are so many dance cardio programs these days that you can get into, and you can do them online as well. So get into it, my friend. It's super simple to do. There's a lot of different memberships on there. There's apps. 305 Fitness has an app. You can start taking these classes from the comfort of your home. You can even wake up one morning and just make this your workout from your sanctuary. You can also maybe look into the nearest area that hosts any of these classes. Specifically, Zumba is going to be probably more prevalent in your area because it's a more established brand of dance cardio. Also, I'm sharing this because you simply want to work on your internal, like, programming. Like, get out of the fear, get out of the apology of like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm not good enough. Oh, I don't know any better. Or, just get out of that. So start working on that by going to group fitness settings. Also, rhythm is a big factor in dance. So if you're in a class that hold music, obviously almost every single, right? How do you work out without music? But anyways, especially in a dance cardio class, you are going to learn rhythm. And if you are great with rhythm, then awesome. That's just going to be a practice for you with weight shifting, which is, it's necessity in dance, especially for technique. So rhythm, and practicing radical self-acceptance for that first tip. All right, let's go into tip number 2. All right, so tip number 2 is look into your area and find a studio nearby that has the title or the classes scheduled into the calendar, but look for the classes that say open, because these classes are going to be the ones that you want to gravitate to. These classes are not specific to a group within an age group or a level. It's just an open class to the public, so anybody can go. Anybody, yeah, take that or leave it. Some people love that, some people don't. And then of course, you can actually take a class. So you can look into an open class, but you can also consider leaning in and taking the class that you're looking for. I'm gonna put it out there and say that perhaps the majority, right, of you watching are into what's trending these days, which is very much hip hop or jazz funk or heels. So I would recommend for you to lean into what it is that you're being called to do. Maybe that's contemporary, right? Maybe that's tap, ballet. But for the majority, I know you're probably gonna be leaning into the trendy things, and those trendy things are jazz funk, hip hop, or heels, okay? All right, great. Let's go ahead and move to tip number 3. All right, so tip number 3 is build your schedule. So you've been taking the dance cardio classes now, right? Because that was tip number 1. You eased in by taking like a group fitness kind of strength class, but now you're doing the dance cardio classes. Now you've taken a dance class, an open class, or a contemporary or a jazz funk class. Now step 3 is build your schedule. So now you've taken a couple different classes. Now you're like, I know I love this teacher. I love this, jazz funk class. I love my 305 Fitness dance cardio in the mornings at home. It's an easy way to get my workout and also like learn how to move and dance, etc. Right? Or it paints different for you, but this is just an example. Now schedule that in. Why is this important? Because at the very least, my friends, with you scheduling it in, it holds you accountable. You said you wanted to learn how to dance. So this is a practice now. This becomes a practice. Like, it's very important. So if you want to learn how to do something, you need to stick by it. You need to build that consistency. So build that schedule, and it doesn't have to be as rigorous as like my childhood. My God, please don't do it like that. But it can be as simple as, hey, like Mondays is the beginning of the week, and like I need to spark my week up, or maybe Tuesdays is the day that lags for me because Monday's already the day that we start. But Tuesday is like that extra Monday, and I don't want to do anything on Tuesday, so I look forward to my dance class on Tuesday. Maybe you have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Maybe you do a 305 Fitness or a Zumba class on Tuesday, and you do a hip hop class on Thursday at that studio. And you do this every single week for a whole month. And then from there you can shift. I'm gonna try the heels class now, or now I'm no longer gonna take the dance cardio class. We're ready. I can fully take this dance class now. I don't need the dance cardio anymore. Thank you so much. Do you see what we did there? So this is a good gradual way for you to move into the scene of dance and familiarize yourself with the environment, the culture, the techniques of dance, specifically the ones that you're looking for. Let's go ahead and move into tip 4, our last tip. All right, so my tip number 4, my friends, is to film yourself. Film yourself. And you're probably like, oh my gosh, no. Or maybe some of you are like, yes, I can't wait to do this. This is like secretly a goal of mine. Okay, awesome. And if you're like, no, I'm gonna explain to you why this is kind of important, and I think it's important, okay? All right, first of all, by the time that you get to tip number 4, after doing all of the steps 1, 2, and 3, you're not gonna be as like cringe anymore, I promise, because that's the whole part, that's the whole practice that we got to do till we get here, to get here at number 4, step 4. So essentially, when you're filming yourself, you're doing 3 major things. Number 1, when you film yourself, you get to learn from yourself. You're watching yourself, you're like, oh, this first video was like, God, I hit that really staccato. I was really sharp with that one. But the second time I did it, like, I had some variety. Hello? Is Mercury in the microwave? I can't speak. I had some variety in my second filming. So I like how I moved in the second video because I had some staccato-ness. It was like sharp, sharp, smooth, sharp, sharp, smooth. And I don't know if I want to do everything sharp, 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 sharp. I see the value. So you see, you're learning from yourself, and you get to judge yourself. You get to, and not in a bad way, just say like, I'm slaying. I personally like better when I move this way, or I'm learning, oh, I hit that stronger than I think I need to. Now I know, right? Because the body is one form of language, and then the eyes perceive something differently as well. Number 2, part of this, 3 major things, is that you inspire yourself. Like, you inspire yourself. When you're watching yourself, even if you're like, oh no, I'm not, and don't compare yourself to the trained dancer who has been in this realm for years, right? But you do this so that you can inspire yourself too, so that when you do see yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, look at me go. Like, you know what I mean? Look at me go. Just a couple months back, even a week ago, I would have not even stepped foot into that space. And now look at me, I'm recording myself dancing in that space. Like, that is huge progress. Go me. And that way on another week, let's say like on the month of November the 5th, I don't know, you are like, I don't want to go to dance. I'm not feeling this right now. I'm going through it. I'm just meh. So you're inspiring yourself, you know, on the days that you don't want to do it, you're also there having the chance to look back at it and say like, oh my God, there I am in the same spot that I doubted myself in, still trying and attempting and making effort. And then number 3 out of the 3 major things, you're holding yourself accountable. That is extremely important if you want to see the success of your input. So do schedule that in, you know, and make time for this. And those are my tips for those of you who are looking to learn how to dance as an adult. My name is Ivy Ladone. I hope that this serves you. Let me know if it does. And if you ever want to work with me, you have all of my information down in the description box below. Please give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and if you found it to be helpful, I would so appreciate that. And also maybe consider just becoming part of the community. I'd love to continue to offer more tips like this. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my friends. Good luck.